What is up, guys and gals? Welcome to another episode of the Nonstop Review. I'm your host, as always, Devon, and joining me equally as always is Rick.
Hello, everybody!
Those of you familiar with this brand of the show know we don't like to mince words, we like to jump straight in. So with that in mind, Rick, what are we doing today?
Regular show, Season 1, Episode 10, Dawn. 3, 2, 1, and go.
Man, We've always acknowledged it, but ever since your friend commented that all he could hear at the beginning of the episode was a fart, it's like, that is all regular show's fucking theme is.
Yeah.
Nothing better than the American football, which everyone can super relate to and everybody loves. Hey, high five ghosts!
Yeah. Well, at least he tried.
The thing is, the park is owned by Pops' father, so Pops' father should be the one doing it, not Pops.
Is Pops' father called Grandpops?
I forget what he's called. I think he's actually got a real name.
Muscle Man's gonna say your mom. Or my mom, isn't it? Yeah.
I love it. I absolutely love how Rigby hits Mordecai and nothing happens.
Yeah. Because he's got the strength of 0. Aw.
You were 6, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know how the American tax system works. I really don't. But I have to imagine that if you didn't pay your taxes and you're about to get audited, all you have to do is go, this is how much money we owe, we fucked up, here's the money, and then that stops the audit, surely. Instead of having to get a tax man in and do every little nitty-gritty detail.
So here's the thing: the IRS knows exactly how much that you owe, but you have to do the calculations yourself as well. If you get it wrong, in the wrong way, then Jesus Christ, I wasn't expecting him to be tall.
Oh yeah, no, he's that's one of the reasons why Rigby is jelly, because look at the genes his brother got.
Yeah. Oh.
I think I know that voice, but I don't know who it is. You son of a bitch!
Yeah.
It's one of those where having a I've got a family member I don't talk to and I don't want to associate with ever again, unless someone has done something truly heinous, I really don't understand the motivation behind Rigby in this episode. And you'll even see later on that Rigby's motivation for all of this is petty at best.
Oh yeah. Rigby in general is just pettiness incarnate.
And I think this is another way that, again, I didn't appreciate this fully when I watched this episode the first time around, but Rigby is definitely autistic as fuck, or perhaps very specifically ADHD.
Yeah.
And like, I think it's important to show this aspect of that particular disorder, because a lot of times, when you got autism in media, it's always like, here's the good things, but like, they never really show you that, hey, it's actually a real fuck to live with.
Yeah. Like, they try and skirt around it in The Big Bang Theory and going like, oh yeah, Sheldon's funny, ha ha, and he gets superpower smarts out of it. But the vast majority of people who have to live with autism don't get super smarts.
Like, autism is a scale, and on the bad end of the scale, it's like you can't communicate at all apart from screaming.
Hmm.
Like, that's fucked up no matter what context. In case you didn't catch that because we were talking over it, it's like, what did I do?
Yeah.
And it's like, you were born. That's fucking Kitty Pryde shit in fucking X-Men.
Yeah. Delete.
That's not even fucking up the tax return. That's giving the computer super aids.
Yeah. Installing toolbars. Benson Bone.
This is actually kind of irresponsible of Mordecai for not speaking up against Rigby here, because Mordecai should have gone, Rigby fucked up, guys. Oh, also, the audit is this thing that actually just straight up is a computer program and will destroy the park.
Apparently, okay.
Yeah.
Just delete.
I also don't doubt the fact that if you have a sibling who has clearly won in life and you've clearly lost, I imagine that would make you mad.
Yeah. Yeah. Bitter, at the very least.
Yeah, but bitter is just a brand of mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had to live with you, Rigby, since you were 2.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, look at where he lives!
Hmm. Yogurt. Oh, a literal photo of him standing in his shadow.
Yeah.
Oh, so he wasn't even 6 years old.
Well, he was 6 at the time.
Well, it was Rigby's sixth birthday.
Yeah.
And if Rigby's the older one.
Yeah, then Don's, must have been, 5.
Yeah. Or he's the older twin, but, at that point.
I don't think they're implied to be twins. I really don't like his fucking, his crotch.
Yeah, the package. Implying that everyone else doesn't walk around naked.
Well, they don't, do they? But I guess Benson does. I swear Skips wears jeans.
Yeah.
Pops wears clothes. Anyone who's human enough has to wear clothes. That's the rule. And
yeah, but Mordecai and Rigby get to rock out with the cocks out.
Well, it's also like it's better to have no clothes than to have a bit of clothes, because Donald Duck becomes weirder by the fact that he wears a vest,
a shirt. Yeah.
And Big the Cat is just fucking weird.
Yeah, because all he has is a belt.
Yeah, it's
and
like
shoes.
what the fuck, man. Yeah. Skips does wear jeans.
Yeah. Like, nothing's more naked than just socks.
Yeah, because that's a choice.
Yeah.
This fucking dramatic as fuck music. Did you could you not have waited? He probably wouldn't have done if he'd have waited until after, but making him make this perilous series of jumps is a bit out of order.
A little bit. Good old Rigby gremlin face as well.
Yeah, guess what? If the American tax system got updated so taxes were just automatically calculated, the only people who would suffer is accountants.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
I don't know, a lot of them are still getting enough work just out of finding ways to loophole people who are making enough money to pay no taxes.
No, I understand that. I'm still like, fuck them. I don't care if they go out of business. Like, accountants are worthless. Like, at least accountants in Britain, they're accountants. You don't need a personal accountant unless you are a millionaire.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, whereas in America, a lot of people need personal accountants because a lot of them can't do the fucking tax returns.
Yeah.
It's almost as if the system is purposely built to keep the poor poor.
Mm-hmm.
Rick, what do you think of this episode?
I think it's one of the better ones this season. I really liked it. Yeah, we talked over a lot of it, just like chatting about taxes, but like, it's drawing attention to taxes and trying to make it funny.
Like, it's one of those where, like, again, we're going to compare Britain to America here again because it's how we be. Where, like, a lot of people complain about we never got taught how to do our taxes in school. We got taught bullshit like this, and I'm like, why would you need to be taught how to do your taxes? And it's not until I'm an adult and it's like, oh, that's an American thing.
Yeah, where you're expected to save enough tax until you pay it all off at the end of the year.
Yeah, in Britain it just comes out your paycheck.
Yeah, like no one would be able to save up enough tax for the end of the year in Britain.
Like the only reason you'd be doing your own taxes is if you're self-employed or if you're a millionaire.
Yeah.
In both cases, you will probably have an accountant.
Yeah, what do you think?
It was a fun episode. I love Don. He comes up a couple of times in the series. This is his debut, obviously. And yeah, again, I can totally appreciate Rigby's point of view in this when it's like, here's your brother, he's younger than you and he's better than you in every single way. I would also be quite pissed, but it's not an excuse to treat him the way that he treated him.
Yeah, totally.
Super out of order, super tight. Like, and especially when Don makes it incredibly clear the only reason he is the way he is because he likes Rigby so much, because he's his brother.
Yeah, he looks up to him, yeah.
You know, and again, I don't have the personal connection of having a relative who's like super successful, so I'm not bitter, but I could totally see why it would make someone bitter. So yeah, let's get to brass tacks, shall we? Rick, do you have a favourite moment?
It was the reveal that Don was like this super Adonis. By raccoon standards. It just made me think of the movie Twins, where it's like Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito.
I still wish we got that sequel, Triplets.
Yeah, and Danny DeVito's like, yo, look at you. You're this like genetically perfect Adonis, and I'm just all the crap that's left over.
It's a real shame as well, because like Danny DeVito's like the sweetest, nicest guy in the world, but he always plays arseholes.
Yeah.
And then Arnold Schwarzenegger as well. Like, I don't think he gets enough props for how good of a person he is.
Yeah. Like, it's actually kind of inspiring if you read like his tweets when he's like actually giving some uplifting speech to someone who needs it.
And also, he has got no shame about condemning his Nazi father.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, it's something that if you have a family member who's a piece of shit, you should call him out for being a piece of shit.
Yeah, but yeah, how about you? What's your favourite moment?
It's a tough one. I think I'm going to give it to. I think I'm just going to give it to the fact that the audit is just like essentially a cosmic horror entity.
Yeah, that just deletes things that doesn't pay enough tax.
Because I feel like that's how a lot of people probably see it as in real life.
Yeah, just eldritch horror deleting your property.
Yeah, it's just like, I worked hard for this shit, but no, it needs to go away now because you didn't give us. You gave us $90 instead of $120, which means you're the bad guy.
Yeah.
But how did you know I owed 120? Because we did the math. So then why didn't you tell me I owed 120? Because fuck you, that's why.
Yeah, because it doesn't help us to tell you that. It helps us to fine you when you get it wrong. And also, we own stocks in the software companies that do it for you.
Rick, who gets your MVP today?
It's going to be Don. Like,
this is going to be really annoying because I don't think the picture for Don is any different from the picture to Rigby.
Just elongated Rigby.
Well, because it's just the faces I use, and the faces are identical.
Yeah. Well, it's the fact it's going to be the one with, like, one or maybe two is going to be the one at the bottom, whereas Rigby, I think, has gotten at least 3 votes this season. So, yeah. Yes, he may have just been a bit part on this episode, but he really carried the episode. Like, he was the focus. Everybody liked him apart from Rigby, and that's what made the episode as well.
Yeah, that was the plot of the episode. The plot of the episode is here is a better Rigby, and it also gives a glimpse as to how Rigby might be like if he didn't have the brain he had.
Yeah, if he wasn't addled.
Like, for real, like, we keep bringing it up, but, like, again, in hindsight, it's super obvious that Rigby has issues.
Yeah, and a raccoon is a pretty perfect way to personify that in a way. But yes, how about you? Who's going to be your MVP today?
Yeah, my MVP is going to go to Pops, because I absolutely love the idea that he tries to pay with everything with lollipops.
Yeah. Is that why he's called Pops, by the way?
I don't remember. Because you got to bear in mind, he was a perfectly normal being until he got brain damage in the 80s, which means there has to have been a time where he wasn't paying people with lollipops, but he was still called Pops. He addressed the name Pops.
Yeah.
I think his real name might be like Popadiah or something, a bit like hip-hop from fucking Amphibia.
Yeah, Popadiah Planter.
Which, by the way, I learnt the other day that he's voiced by the same guy who voices Goofy, which I didn't realise.
Okay.
I know. Fucking let that sink in.
Good old Goofy.
So yeah, that does it for today, guys. Thanks for joining us as always, and join us again next week for the penultimate episode of Season 1 of Regular Show.
Yeah, bye everybody.